Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Forgotten Favorites, the show that we're doing throughout the month of August here in 2021, where we're going to be taking a look at some really cool hard rock, progressive rock, heavy metal, classic rock, jazz fusion, jazz albums from my collection that are maybe a little bit more on the obscure, maybe a little rare as the plane flies overhead. Or maybe from bands that we are aware of, but maybe little known releases from them. So they're more of the obscure type of stuff, but stuff that I really like that people might have even forgotten or never discovered in the first place. So hopefully we're giving some stuff here for you this month that you can go check out and fall in love with, just like I have. And it's been cool for me to revisit some of this stuff, because in many cases these might be CDs that I haven't listened to in a while, because I got a lot of stuff, right? So today we're going to go back to, what is it, 1994, a band from the UK who formed in the early 80s. A lot of inactivity in their history. They've got about a handful of albums released. They broke up officially, I think, in 2016 or so. This is their second album, Citizen Cain, Somewhere But Yesterday. Now, you look at that album cover, of course, it's got to be a prog rock album, right? Absolutely, it is. Okay, this was originally released on the Griffin Music label, Cyclops. Remember Cyclops? Early 90s, man, Cyclops was releasing a lot of kind of neo-prog stuff here. Let's just take a look at this before we get into the music and what it's all about. So here's the booklet. Again, just mainly lyrics, not much else there. I will start off first by saying, if you love Peter Gabriel era Genesis, specifically like Nursery Crime, let's go Trespass, Nursery Crime, Foxtrot, Selling England by the Pound, and The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. More specifically for this band and this album, I think they really take their influence from Foxtrot and Selling England by the Pound. This singer, whose name, I'm going to tell you the name of the guys in the band, the singer, George Scott, otherwise goes by the name of Cyrus, sounds exactly like Peter Gabriel, circa 1972 or so, 73. It's scary how close he sounds to Peter Gabriel, folks. And before I go on, I do want to give thanks to one of our loyal viewers who pointed out on a video yesterday or the day before that the resolution of the videos have been kind of lacking over the last week. And my bad on this. I bought the brand new Logitech camera, and I guess I'm a little too trusting, and I need to dive into these things a little deeper. I thought it's supposed to record in HD in either 720 or 1080 right off the bat. Of course, it doesn't, and it hasn't. So I went and looked at a lot of the videos that I did, the non-zoom videos, we're using the new camera, and yeah, it's been 480. So I apologize for the kind of not so great video quality in the last couple of videos. This one should be in 1080 or worst case scenario 720. I have set it at 1080, so hopefully that's how it comes out. What I'm seeing, it's looking pretty good, so we'll see how that goes, but I do apologize for that. Going forward, we should have crisp, clear HD pictures on all of these videos. So anyway, back to the lineup. So Cyrus on vocals. You've got Alistair McGregor on guitar, Stuart Bell on keyboards, Andy Gilmore on bass, and Nick Arliss on drums. All right, so you got 6 total tracks on here, pretty lengthy, epic stuff. So again, think Selling England by the Pound meets Aqualung, Minstrel in the Gallery, Thick as a Brick, Songs from the Wood era Jethro Tull. There is a fair amount of flute on this album. I am not 100% sure if the flute is actually someone playing flute or it's flute played on the keyboards, because the CD does not mention it at all. There's no flute listed anywhere, yet there's flute all over this album. So think, like I said, think Peter Gabriel and Tony Banks with Ian Anderson hanging out, and certainly Martin Barre, because I think the guitar work on this Citizen Cain album is much closer to the big metallic riffing and the heavier style of Martin Barre as opposed to Steve Hackett. But lovely keyboards all over the album. Lots of Moog synthesizer and Hammond and piano and all that great stuff. It starts off with Johnny Had Another Face, / Parallel Lines. Okay, they do that quite a bit, this band, where the titles are kind of like, you know, two titles in one, so to speak. You hear the Genesis thing right off the bat. Right off the bat. And then that leads into Crazy Title, Junkin' Donuts / An Afterthought. Both of these songs are like 9-10 minutes long. Here you really hear the Jethro Tull. Again, you got the flute coming in, you got the big heavier riffing meeting up with all the great proggy keyboards. Really great song. I would say Junkin' Donuts and Afterthought is my favorite song on this album. And it's pretty rockin', and it's pretty proggy. Next, we've got another lengthy track, To Dance the Enamel-Faced Queen / Beyond the Boundaries. Yes, they do this. 10 minutes and change. Another really good one. And then track number 4 is the big epic on the album. Somewhere But Yesterday, title track / A Word in Your Ear. Nearly 26 minutes long. Yes, this is their Supper's Ready on the album. It doesn't sound like Supper's Ready, but I just had to throw that out there. Really, really cool. It's got, what do we got here? Like 6-7 parts to it. 6 parts to it in total, and all sorts of twists and turns. Man, some great keyboards on here. Great keyboards, great guitar, and those vocals. It's amazing. I can't stress enough. If you love Gabriel's vocals on those old Genesis albums, and you kind of, man, you wish you could kind of go back in time to revisit that, or you wish the band got back together and revisit that old sound. Well, it ain't going to happen, but you can listen to this album and any of the Citizen Cain albums, because that's basically where it takes you. And then you throw the kind of the Tull thing on top of it, right? And then you've got A Word in Your Ear, kind of finishes that off, and then Strange Barbarian / The Mother's Shroud, nearly 12 minutes long to finish it off. So yes, this is a big, epic, long CD, nearly 68 minutes in length, so this is pushing the batteries of CD length, but a really cool listen. I was cranking this in the car the last couple days, and I was like, man, this is so good. Because again, if you love classic Genesis, classic Jethro Tull, a head-on collision of the two of them, and that's what you get. And these are brooding, you know, atmospheric songs, a lot of emotion, but man, all those great keyboard textures and solos and the guitar work, sometimes heavy, sometimes pastoral. You got lots of acoustic touches on here as well. The flutes, great rhythms. It's a really good album. I remember the first time I heard this back in the 90s, and this, like I said, this came out in 94, and I probably bought this right around the time where it came out, and then I bought the one that came before it, the first album, the one that came after it, and I was like, holy cow, this band is great. And then, you know, fast forward a few years, and bloop, they're kind of done. So just in case anybody is interested in checking out any of their other albums, they go by the name of, the first album is called Serpents in Camouflage. That's from 1992. Then you got this one. Then you got Raising the Stones in 97, Playing Dead in 2002, and then Skies Darken in 2012. And for that album, they changed the way they spell the name. Instead of C, like Citizen Cain, with the C's, it starts with an X, Xitizen, Xain. Why, I don't know. And they also have something called Ghost Dance, which I believe is some sort of a compilation or what have you. But yeah, the best albums for me anyway is Serpents in Camouflage and this one. Those are the two best. Although Raising the Stones is quite good as well. You really can't go wrong with any of them. But the first two for me are the absolute best. But yeah, so there you have it. Somewhere But Yesterday by Citizen Cain, great UK prog band, maybe call them neo-prog band. 1994. If you want to have that early Jethro Tull itch scratched, definitely seek this out. Hopefully you can still get it. You know, check out Symphonic Music. I'm sure Greg Walker might still have copies of these, but fantastic stuff. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tune in tonight. We've got the Monsters Den. Once again tonight, Chris Allo and myself will be ranking our top 5 Dario Argento horror films / giallo films. There's that slash again, right? For those of you who don't know what a giallo film is, it's basically a horror film, but more of like a crime thriller involving a serial killer, right? That's a big Italian thing, but Italian cinema big on the giallos, and it usually, you know, it's one of those. It's those type of films keeps you guessing towards the end. Who is the killer, right? Why are they doing this? That sort of thing. I love films like that. So Dario Argento has done quite a few of those, and so we'll probably be talking about a few of his films that kind of fall into that category tonight, as well as some of his more supernatural horror stuff that he has done so well. So that's coming up tonight. Tomorrow morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff, and Sunday we've got another episode of Album Homework Assignment with George LeMay facing off against Rand Kelly. You do not want to miss that one. Should be lots of fun. And of course, for the next couple days, we've got more Forgotten Favorites. I got some stuff here ready to talk to you guys about. So looking forward to that before we move on into favorite live albums by year, which is starting up on September 1st. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell so you get alerted every time we post some content. If you want to make a channel donation, the link to our Ko-Fi page is below, as well as the link to our merch page. All sorts of fun Sea Tranquility stuff, and seatranquility.org, the webzine that has been on the air for 20 years this year. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later on at the Monsters Den and back here tomorrow morning with Forgotten Favorites, as well as with Martin Popoff riding around in the Funhouse as we launch into the weekend. See you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.